weighing 200 United States heavyweight champion, the Sheik.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Sheik versus Tiger Jeet Singh in a cage bout. This is the one that Canadian fans have been waiting for some time. And the winner is the wrestler who is able, under his own steam, to go through that gate and out onto the floor. And this is a dangerous bout because the official is outside and he's not in any position to assist either wrestler by preventing certain moves. What a battle. As Tiger Jeet Singh hasn't removed his very attractive garment yet and a most beautiful turban. The Sheik, he started it, and now there we find Tiger Jeet Singh trying to sneak through that door to get outside, but the Sheik was alert. And now we watch two of the top wrestlers in the world today, and oh, the Sheik almost made it through the door. Tiger Jeet Singh grabbed him just in time. And so it is Singh. Then the Sheik, and what has the Sheik got here? The Sheik is holding on to something that evidently has caused much discomfort to Singh. And again, we see the Sheik up to his usual tactic of removing something from his trunk. And look out, another attempt to go through. The Sheik almost made it. And the referee opens that gate as soon as he sees the wrestler making his way over. So Tiger Jeet Singh takes from the Sheik the object that was causing the trouble, and the fans go wild as these two men battle in a cage bout. And certainly congratulations to Canadian big-time wrestling for bringing this to TV viewers. Well, whoever goes through that gate will have to have his opponent subdued considerably. And there the Sheik tries to go over the top, which is illegal. That is no good. He must go through the gate. And Singh holds on tenaciously. Well, the fans in London, Ontario here, they just love this type of action. Oh, but I'm sure Singh doesn't. His head collided heavily with that steel cage. And it is a very ugly sight that greets us right here now as our cameraman captures the Sheik in a rather disgusting pose. Oh, Tiger comes back strong against the United States champion, and the Sheik is trying to go through, try to get through underneath, but Tiger Singh holds on strongly. The man who can get through and hit that floor will be declared the winner. And the Sheik is almost out. And what an ugly sight that represents. Canadian big-time wrestling at its most vicious best. And the Sheik goes again, and oh, he almost made the gate. And we have a lot of concerned fans here in this London arena, London, Ontario, displaying much anguish. They thought the Sheik was going to go through. fight left in Singh, and Singh is holding on to the Sheik. This, I'm sure, is what we would expect in the Colosseum of Rome over 2,000 years ago when the gladiators used to battle for survival. And these two men are doing just that inside this cage. Tiger, Jeet Singh, he is groggy, staggers towards the gate, but is held firmly by the Sheik. Singh is almost out. The United States champion, the Sheik, holds on tenaciously as Singh is trying desperately to make the final yard. Hello, what have we got here? A very hungry Sheik by the look of it. Should have fed this fellow before the bout. And oh, this time he almost knocked Singh through the gate. So Tiger Jeet Singh is now holding on. The fans yell. They yell for Tiger. The mighty roar of the fans as Singh does his best to throttle the Sheik. This is just a sample of what you can expect from Canadian big-time wrestling in the future. The top stars in the wrestling field. And there we see the Sheik wilting under the pressure as Tiger digs his fingers deep into the neck. And now it's Tiger Singh, a little groggy himself and making his way towards the gate. Oh, he is just about out. Oh, hard luck, Tiger. The Sheik almost lost. As Singh, who has been a little faster in going for the gate. Both men are a little groggy around the Sheik. He's knocked out. Tiger Jeet Singh knocked the Sheik clean through. Oh, bad luck, Tiger. The Sheik, who appeared to be on the road to defeat. And there we have the problem. The Sheik, a very fortunate winner, as Tiger Jeet Singh puts up quite a battle there at the door explaining the situation. And we have the fans milling around. They know that Tiger Jeet Singh was the actual winner as far as his position was concerned. He had been well and truly on top of the Sheik, and he hit the Sheik with a heavy blow which knocked him clean through the rope and through the door. Hard luck, Tiger Jeet Singh, who put up a grand battle. And ladies and gentlemen, what more can we say? A most unfortunate defeat for the Tiger.
Weighing in at 250 pounds, Mark Lewin. His opponent today here on Big Time Wrestling from Kansas City, weighing in at 305 pounds, Ox Baker. And this is going to prove to be some bout because it seems that these two gentlemen have been asking for this bout for quite some time, and now they have their opportunity on Big Time Wrestling to settle their differences. Mark Lewin and Ox Baker. A little cutery there by Ox Baker. We wait for the bell. Mark Lewin steps to the center of the ring. Ox Baker is there to face him now. Let's see what maneuver Mark is trying to do here. He's got Baker in the corner. Went in for a hold, and Baker went right to the corner. Nothing happened. He does it again. A deliberate slap in the face by Mark Lewin. He makes a bit of a fool out of the big Ox. Mark reversing the arm hold just as fast as Baker put him into it. He reversed it, and now he has the Ox on the other end. And just as slick as greased lightning, Mark Lewin steps right out of the hold, and there's one mighty embarrassed Ox Baker in the ring right now. Both men lock up. Baker elects to use his foot for a little bit of aid. Mark Lewin coming up from behind, grabs the head of Baker. Baker comes down hard with that arm. Lewin, in quite a move, hooks Baker's leg, and he brings him down. Just barely good enough for a 1 count. Mark Lewin really twisting that leg, applying that pressure. He bends it. Now Baker has the ropes, and they'll be forced to break the hold. Waste no time. Baker going after Lewin. Lewin after Baker. He goes to the bear hug. And oh, he slaps those ears of Ox Baker. Really that smart. Truly. Mark Lewin, who's been slapping Ox Baker, embarrassing him throughout this entire bout thus far. And now Baker comes back. He has Mark on the ropes. Baker refusing to break, is choking Lewin. He has him in trouble over here on the ropes. Referee saw light trying to break that hold. Is Baker doing the damage? That's the thing. He has Lewin in trouble. Okay. And Baker refusing to break. He breaks just long enough to break the count. And he is really putting it to Mark Lewin. Baker working away, choking his opponent.
Yeah, sure.
Mark Lewin.
Okay, sure. 1, 2, 3.
Lewin fighting out from under the ropes. He'll try to get to his feet. He puts a couple in the midsection on this Baker. He goes right to work on him. Baker's tangled up in the ropes, and he can't get free now. He steps out of the ring. While in the ring, Mark Lewin awaits the return of the Ox. Into the ring now steps Baker. And Mark Lewin says, I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you. Into a headlock is Mark Lewin, applying the pressure now. Mark Lewin. High in the air, and down came the Ox. They roll over. Mark Lewin still able to maintain that headlock. A side headlock here applied by Mark. Ox Baker going to the air. He's caught by the referee, and Lewin delivers a hard punch in there. Now he takes the off, the body slam. He comes up, both feet into the midsection. Boy, that was hard. Now he grabs Baker in a sleeper hold, and he will try to put him to sleep. This could be the one. When when you get in that sleeper hold, unless something of a miracle happens, ladies and gentlemen, you go under. And he's putting the ox, it appears, fast asleep. His arms growing limp. Mark Lewin putting that pressure. The referee signals for the bell, and it's all over. The winner of the fall in the match with a sleeper hold is Mark Lewin.
bout. This is a $5,000 Wrestle Royal with 22 men involved. There is a check in there that is to be made out of the first man who climbs the pole, brings it down, and secures it. This is going to be mayhem of the first order with 22 men in there. In order to be eliminated, you must be thrown over the top rope. Bear in mind, you do not have to be the last man in order to get the money. It could be anyone. From the very opening bell, the first one to get up there and get that satchel with $5,000 check in it will be the winner of that check, and that will signify the end of the bout. If you're over the top rope, you're automatically... There goes Bobo Brazil. And Tony Santos grabs him from behind and pulls him back down. Ricky Gibson going up and making an attempt. 2, 3 of them, Jerry Lawler included, pulling Gibson back off that pole. $5,000 awaits the man that is able to scale that pole. There goes Pepe Lopez up. Bobo Brazil helps him back down. Mr. Kamikaze makes a swing around it, but he's automatically wheeled right back into the ring. Bobo and Bearcat Brown making a valiant effort to try to get up there on top of that pole and grab that $5,000 check. There goes Kamikaze, but he's caught again. Plenty of wrestlers trying to scale that 10-foot height in order to get a hold of that $5,000 check. Grabs it, but it is not going to be legal. Ooh, Eddie Marlin tags Jerry Lawler in the interim period. Bill Costello was out. Robert Fuller, I think, was quadruple team and eliminated very early. They're still trying to eliminate each other from that ring. There's Gibson and Lawler in the left-hand corner. Rick Gibson and Jerry Lawler. He may have him out of here. This could be it for Lawler. As our best count, we have Sam Bass, Jerry Lawler, Ricky Gibson, Tojo Yamamoto, Melvin Kimball, Eddie Marlin, Bearcat Brown, Tommy Gilbert. And there goes Tojo over the top as Sam Bass and Jerry Lawler team up. The pole still has not been secured, so that the $5,000 atop the pole is not available to anybody at the present time. The pole was broken off on a couple of grabs, and there goes Bearcat. Al Green puts him out of there. We are now down to 7 men in the ring at the time. Bass and Lawler, Gibson, Melvin Kimball, Gilbert, and Eddie Marlin. Al Green, we didn't mention Al. We're down to just 3 men now in this $5,000 Wrestle Royal jackpot of $5,000 hanging from that pole. In the ring, you've got Eddie Marlin, Al Green, and Jerry Lawler. That's the remaining 3. Referee Bill Mack on the inside, referee Tommy Sloan on the outside. In that container atop that pole is a check for $5,000, and it will be made out to the one who gets it first. It does not have to be the last person in that ring. A moment ago, you saw Jerry Lawler take a run for it, and he was grabbed by Marlin. He thought he had a clear shot at it. And now Al Green and Lawler are working on Marlin, trying to clear the obstacle. What happens when Lawler and Al Green are going to be in there? If they should successfully eliminate Marlin, I don't know. Both of them have the same manager, Sam Bass, who has been eliminated. Eddie Marlin taking quite a beating from Lawler and Al Green right at the present time. Remember, to be eliminated, you must be thrown over the top rope. It's not a pin. It is a question of being thrown over that top rope. Jerry Lawler says, hold it. I don't know what he wants to do with him. I guess he wants to punish Marlin some more. Lawler asked Green to pick Marlin back up. And Jerry Lawler pounding away on Eddie Marlin with Al Green holding him. There goes Marlin outside the ring. Eddie caught between these two buzzsaws. Explanation being that Marlin went through the second rope, not the top rope. Eddie's on the outside of the ring, and Al Green and Jerry Lawler are in there discussing it. I don't know what it is. Al Green holds Jerry Lawler back, says, hold it, buddy. Hold it. Oh, no. Green and Jerry Lawler in the center of the ring right now. Eddie Marlin still on the outside. He, to the best of my knowledge, has not been officially eliminated. As Al Green and Jerry Lawler are talking about it, it looks like Lawler's trying to say, you keep an eye on Marlin, and I'll make absolutely certain that the money's still there. And Al Green says, hold it. Wait a minute, Lawler. We're not through talking about this. Now Al's saying, you go over and keep an eye on Eddie Marlin. Al knocks Marlin back out on the concrete. And now Lawler and Al Green are having quite a discussion as to exactly how they're going to go about taking care of the money. Oh, and Lawler nails Al Green from behind. Is going up the pole after the money himself when Al grabs a hold of Lawler and pulls him back down. So we have a falling out among thieves. Lawler and Al Green are in the ring. Eddie Marlin is up off the floor and slips into the ring from the side. Goes up on the top rope. He's going to get it. He got it. Eddie Marlin picks up the $5,000 check while Al Green and Jerry Lawler are slugging each other in the center of the ring. Oh, yeah. Eddie Marlin, the winner of the $5,000, as Jerry Lawler and Al Green were up there nailing each other, battling each other for that $5,000, and Al is having a temper tantrum right now in the middle of the ring. And Eddie Marlin is the one who comes through with the $5,000. Lawler and Al Green sat there and battled themselves right out of it, and Al is some kind of mad, and so that's the way it is. The 22-man $5,000 Wrestle Royal jackpot comes to a conclusion with Eddie Marlin being the victor in tonight's bout.
loses the hold on Race, and Race goes into the corner, catching his shoulder and falling to the mat. But the champion is a little groggy and is unable to take the opportunity. But he moves in and takes him up in a body slam, which ends up in a backbreaker on his knee. Falls on top of him. Unable to hold him past the 1 count. He moves right in again.
There was a headbutt there.
Both Harley Race is very dazed right now. The champion is moving in with the elbows to the neck and to the back. Harley Race is very groggy. He takes him in up into a pile drive. He drives his head into the mat. It looks like it could be all over here. Counts him down, but he throws him off. Amazing. This man was able to take that pile drive and still be able to get up on his feet. Takes him to a backdrop.
Yeah.
Sam, how is this man able to take all this punishment?
Well, he's got a lot of stamina. He has a lot of stamina.
Now he does a knee drop. It just proves one thing, that these men are in good condition, because they wouldn't be able to take all this abuse. The catch of Harley Race again, across the chin again and again. Harley Race is groggy. Harley Race fights back. He smashes Funk. Funk is hanging on by the ropes. Harley Race is moving in. Headbutts him. He headbutts the champion. Now the champion is groggy. Takes Funk over with a fly mare. Does a knee drop across the head of Terry Funk. Terry Funk is laid out on the mat. He's moving on top of the champion, but didn't get beyond the 1 count. Atkins is watching this go very closely. Going back in with a backdrop across the knee. He falls on top of the champion, but Funk pushes him off. Both men are taking severe punishment. Again, he picks him up with a reverse backdrop, but the champion head scissors him, takes him over, got him down, and Atkins moves in for the count. This is a seesaw bout, Sam. It's going back and forth.
It's great. It's one of the best matches I've seen in a very long time. And what impresses me is the amount of real good wrestling they're doing and the punishment they're each absorbing. You know, Terry has a title that originated with Frank Gotch in 1905, and by lineal descent, the title has gone to him, and the National Wrestling Alliance recognizes him, and the NWA is all over the world, as you know.
Yeah. Well, he's got that head scissors on, and he's really working very hard on Harley Race. Takes Harley Race over, and as he's taking him over, he brings his head right down into the mat. Fans here at Maple Leaf Gardens are enjoying this great World's Championship match. We have a tremendous crowd here. We have promoters from all over the United States and Canada witnessing this bout. And as I mentioned earlier, we have Mr. Sam Muchnick, the promoter from St. Louis and the former NWA president. He was president for over 25 years. Great friend of mine, and it's been great to have Sam here with me to help describe exactly what's going on.
Well, a little over 20 years ago, I saw you win the championship right here in the Maple Leaf Gardens.
That's
from
right,
Lou
Sam.
Thez.
Yes, that was a great champion, Lou Thez.
Yeah.
Funk has been thrown out of the ring. And I'd like you to know there's a 10 count here in Toronto. When a man goes out of the ring, there's a 10 count for him to get back into the ring and wrestle. Race again takes a hold of Terry Funk and throws his head against the steel post. Very groggy. The referee's pounding. Harley Race takes him over, fly-a-mare. Knee drop to the head by Harley Race. Now he's climbing on top of the rope. Fred Atkins walking in the count. What a slam! Did you see that, ladies and gentlemen? He picked him off, the champion picked him right off the top rope, took Harley Race and just picked him up and body slammed him down to the mat, right from the very top rope. He moves in now with a knee drop across the inner part of the leg. Working again on the leg. This is the name of the game. You take a hold of your opponent and you work on one part of his body and weaken him and until the point where you can move in and for the kill. And that's exactly what he's trying to do. He's working on that leg again. Step over toe hold.
That's the hold that won the title for Dory Funk Jr. over Gene Kiniski in 1959, I believe. And Terry beat Briscoe with the spinning leg hold.
There he goes. He's going down for the count. 1, 2. Nearly headed for the 3 count. Nearly retained his championship there. Side headlock. Reversed. Back into the leg again. Like I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, work on the hold. Wear your opponent down. And that's the name of the game. And he's working away on this leg hold. Harley Race picks the champion off. Terry Funk moves in again with a side headlock. But Terry Funk is hurt. He brought him down. He's hurt his leg. When he lifted him up, he brought him back down and he has an Indian deathlock on the champion. Harley Race has an Indian deathlock on the champion, Terry Funk. He's applying the pressure. He's applying the pressure on Terry Funk is fighting. He's headbutting. He's trying to get out of the hold. What we call the Indian deathlock. He's fighting and fighting and fighting. He injured his leg before Harley Race applied this hold. Terry Funk is fighting and trying to get out of it, but he's trapped. He's trapped in this Indian deathlock. And Harley Race keeps on applying the pressure. He's applying the pressure. Terry Funk is trying to get up in his feet and trying to go over the top of the body of Harley Race. He's trying to get over the top of him, but he can't do it. This is the most painful hold in wrestling. Very few men. The match is all over.
The new world heavyweight champion. He's got a new world heavyweight champion, Whip.
Harley Race is the new world heavyweight champion. He has defeated Terry Funk here in Toronto Maple Leaf Gardens. You should see the fans, the thousands of fans milling around the ring. Sam, what do you think about this?
I think it's a great upset, and it's an ambition that Harley Race has held for years, especially since he lost to Briscoe and Houston, and he's got the gold belt back.
It's hard to
The winner of the match, the time 14 minutes, 10 seconds, with an Indian deathlock, the new heavyweight champion of the world, Harley Race.
I just can't believe it, Sam.
Yeah.
You know, here's a man, this is the second time he's won the World Heavyweight Championship. Not only has he won the World Heavyweight Championship twice, but he has defeated 2 Funks. He defeated Dory Funk Jr., and now he's defeated Terry Funk.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, this will be your next bout on tonight's card. 1 fall, 30-minute time limit. Introducing in this corner from Cherokee, North Carolina, weighing in at 220 pounds, Don Red Cloud. And his opponent, making his way into the ring from Syria, weighing in at 242 pounds, the Sheik.
Okay, ring announcer John Adams has introed this bout. Your ring announcers on this program today, John Adams and Chuck Allen. We see the Sheik, the wild man from Syria, against Don Red Cloud. And I might say that Don Red Cloud is not only a blood brother, but a good friend of Chief Jay Strongbow. Chief Jay Strongbow tried to help Don Red Cloud get into the sport of professional wrestling. And there's Chief Jay Strongbow standing ringside. He's watching this bout with interest. Strongbow is a big booster of Don Red Cloud, and he's here to see that he is given a fair shake with the wild man from Syria. Right now, the Sheik getting prepared for his pre-match ritual, praying to Allah. He's got the prayer rug down, and we have a new referee, Hal Light. The Sheik looking around, giving the referee a bad time. He will now get down on the prayer rug. Don Red Cloud made a little move over there. The Sheik is upset because Strongbow is ringside. He doesn't like Strongbow being ringside. And there you see him looking down at Strongbow. He's very upset that the Chief is hanging around the ring. But the Chief is very interested in watching the outcome of this bout. As I said, Red Cloud is a friend, a protege of Chief Jay Strongbow's. Strongbow's tried to help him along. He's fairly new to professional wrestling, and he hasn't really had an opportunity to establish himself, but Strongbow's here to see he gets a fair shake. Listen to the fans. They're really giving the Sheik a bad time. Now the Sheik is ready to go. He's on his feet. He goes after Red Cloud. He lays a forearm smash and another forearm smash. He puts Red Cloud down. That prayer rug not even out of the ring. Red Cloud is really being manhandled by the Sheik. The Sheik puts him down. He's got him in the camel clutch. He didn't even give this man a chance. He drags him over there. Boy, he's really putting it on him. He's got that camel clutch. Red Cloud trying to get out from under the Sheik, but there ain't no way. He ain't going to be able to get away from this wild man from Syria. Look at the look on this man's face. He's got him in that camel clutch, and brother, that's going to be all she wrote. That's it. That's it. The referee signals it's all over. He's tapping the Sheik on the shoulder. The Sheik continues to apply that camel clutch, and I want to tell you, Strongbow is not very happy about this, but he can't get in the bout. He's standing ringside looking on. Sheik looking at Strongbow. Look at the look on the Sheik's face. He doesn't like the fact that Strongbow's there, and there's Strongbow ringside. Strongbow would love to get in there with the Sheik. And it looks like that's all the time we're going to have, fans. So we'll be back with more big-time wrestling after this. Don't go away. The Sheik has won it. We'll be back in a moment. The Sheik just kicked Red Cloud out of the ring. And here comes Mark Lewin. Mark Lewin wants a little piece of the Sheik. Mark Lewin wants a little piece of the Sheik. He took the belt. The Sheik just walked over and took the belt. He's dropping it in the middle of the ring. Oh. He's saying, if you want it, come and get it. That's what the Sheik has said, in essence, to Lewin, is if you want this belt, come and get it. He just threw it down in the center of the ring. Well, the Sheik is in a bad mood. I feel a little bit uneasy even being where I'm at. Now, there goes the Sheik. Lewin upset. The Sheik is leaving, or is he leaving? The Sheik is right here ringside with us. What are you saying about your opponent? You beat him up and threw him out of the ring? You threw the belt down. You threw the belt down. Were you challenging Mark Lewin? You threw the belt down. Well, I couldn't get anything out of him, and to be honest with you, I feel very uneasy even being here. Mark Lewin tossed the belt out of the ring. He's got the chair. The Sheik. He's asking you to step in the ring. Lewin wants you in the ring. Mark Lewin wants you in the ring. Oh, wait a minute. Not me. Mark Lewin. That's all the time we have, fans. Stick around. More big-time wrestling coming up.
This match will be a one-fall, 30-minute time limit, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing in this corner from Israel, weighing in at 250 pounds, the United States heavyweight champion, Mark Lewin. And his opponent in this corner from Chicago, Illinois, weighing 237 pounds, Malcolm Monroe.
Okay, there you have it, Malcolm Monroe against the United States heavyweight champion, Mark Lewin. We await the start of the bout. There's the bell. It's underway. Mark Lewin, the United States heavyweight champion, looking to be in fantastic shape. He is the master of the sleeper hold. Mark Lewin, who has the most terrific, most astounding sleeper hold in pro wrestling. Mark Lewin with a headlock on Malcolm Monroe. Mark Lewin's sleeper hold has been clocked at about 3 seconds. How about that, pal? 3 seconds. It is quick. A terrific sleeper hold. When applied, takes 3 seconds. Malcolm Monroe lays those heavy laces of the boots into the chest of the United States heavyweight champion, and then backs up. Mark Lewin, now very unhappy with his situation, into the referee hold. Onto the ropes goes Mark Lewin. Forearm smashed by Malcolm Monroe. Not once but twice, and again he lays it on the United States heavyweight champion. Fist to the midsection, forearm smash. Malcolm Monroe opening up here, laying those boots into Mark Lewin, and knee to the midsection. Forearm smash. Monroe in a vicious mood is going after the United States heavyweight championship here. Choke hold by Malcolm Monroe. Mark Lewin reverses that situation. Oh! Lays a fist on Monroe that ticked him. Really clean him out. Mark Lewin with a fist. Oh, he's got the sleeper hold on him. Mark Lewin did not waste any time, baby. Right into the sleeper hold. Mark Lewin with the sleeper hold. Malcolm Monroe has had it. Malcolm Monroe has had it. It's all over, but the shouting. The referee double checking, but that sleeper hold is lethal. We'll have the announcement from our ring announcer, and the official announcement, that is, in just a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the fall in the match with the sleeper hold, the United States heavyweight champion, Mark Lewin. One more time, Mark.
Mark Lewin, Malcolm Monroe got very aggressive with you. Oh, it was a vicious attack that he put on you. He was going after that belt. He saw that gold flashing.
Well, it's the gold that goes with it, you know. Being the United States heavyweight champion, each night it's like fighting the top gun of any territory or any country, I should say, in the world. You know, I wrestled Andre the Giant not so long ago in Orlando, Florida, in front of a packed house, and believe me, when I looked across the ring, I knew I had an outstanding opponent in Andre the Giant, and I was successful enough to keep a hold of the belt. There's been other fellas, you know, throughout the world that campaigning against it, Spiros Arion, King Curtis, and of course, the most vicious of them all, the one that's really hot on my neck, and that's Don Kent and the Sheik.
Oh, the Sheik's very unhappy that you have that belt, I can tell you.
When I say Don Kent, I think of many, many things. I think of a guy that has an acute temper, a guy that gives no quarter, but then I look at an animal, a guy that can chew and gnaw on you and really cause you some kind of agony, you know, get right down on it.
Mark, we're running out of time, but I want to wish you luck. Your fans are behind you. Your people's
Well, that's
army.
what I really want to talk about, is the people that have stood by me. God bless you all, and Sheik, King Curtis, bring them on because I thrive on competition.
Mark, good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, will be a one-fall 30-minute time limit. Introducing from Toronto, Canada, weighing in tonight at 225 pounds, Bobby Blaine. And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, making his appearance into the ring, the former United States heavyweight wrestling champion, weighing 242 pounds, the Sheik. The Sheik.
Okay, we are yet to see the Sheik appear, but then the Sheik is very unpredictable. He may or may not appear at his will. The one thing I want you to watch for is the power that this wild Syrian, the power that he has to put himself into a hypnotic trance, a hypnotic state. He may not do that in this bout, but watch for it. Watch for the mystical fire. Watch for the camel clutch. He may bring anything into this ring. He's very, very unpredictable, but of late, our reports on the Sheik have been, he has been vicious, very, very vicious of late. Will he be that way tonight? Nobody knows, because the Sheik is very unpredictable. His prayer rug is in the ring. The Sheik comes charging into the ring. Bobby Blaine kicked the rug. Bobby Blaine kicked the prayer rug of the Sheik. He didn't like that at all. But Blaine is his own man now. It's the best man wins inside that square circle. And the Sheik paces back and forth, looking at Bobby Blaine. The Sheik in a bad mood. The Sheik keeping his eye on Blaine. Looking around at the crowd, he's getting ready for his pre-match ritual. The referee keeping Bobby Blaine for the most part in his corner. The Sheik to look at him, he's in an ugly mood tonight, Chuck.
Yes, he certainly is. The Sheik has been strange for quite some time now. Well, number one, he doesn't have the title, and he seems to get like this when he does not have that belt. Not to say that he's unsure of himself, that's for sure, because he's very sure of himself, and always has been.
Yeah, no, he's more vicious now than he was when he was champion. But the scouting reports I get are that he's just devastating opponents everywhere. Now Bobby Blaine is his opponent. He puts his head over that top rope, and I can't see what he's doing from here. Biting into the head of Blaine. I guess it appears, I couldn't see exactly what's happening, but he's going back at it again. Bobby Blaine's head stretched over that top rope. It was Bobby Blaine who, in the early going of this bout, went over and kicked the prayer rug of the Sheik. Of course, this did not put Bobby Blaine in a good position with the Sheik right off the bat. The Sheik went for something in his boot. He may have it in his hand, but he drove whatever it was or his fist into the face of Blaine. Blaine in a lot of trouble right now. The Sheik throws him down. He's sitting down. He's going now for the camel clutch. He devastated Blaine with something. His fist, he just overpowered him and devastated Bobby Blaine, Chuck. And it's all over. The referee is called for the bell. The bell sounds. The Sheik with that camel clutch applied to Bobby Blaine. Now gets up. The referee raises the hand of the wild man from Syria. The Sheik gets up, kicks his opponent Blaine. The Sheik very upset, as I told you. He's been...
Ladies and gentlemen, in just 58 seconds, with the camel clutch, the winner, the Sheik!
The Sheik has won it. Bobby Blaine just got kicked out of the ring. He rolled into the bottom rope and hit the floor of this arena. Referee Butch Cassidy and both Chuck Allen and the referee trying to stay away from the Sheik. The Sheik very mad and upset. pulling his hand away from the referee. He doesn't want anything to do with anybody, and the Sheik looks upset even though he's won the bout. He looks to be upset at anyone and everyone, and I wouldn't want to be in that ring with this man tonight, the wild man from Syria. Stick around. More big-time wrestling coming up on this television program. Next, we'll be right back after this important word.
This event will be a one-fall, 30-minute time limit. Introducing from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, weighing in tonight at 227 pounds, fans, Mike Thomas. His opponent from Indianapolis, Indiana, weighing 241 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, Bulldog Don Kent.
Well, boy, it's evident that there's no love for Don Kent in this town tonight. The bell sounds and the bout is underway. Headlocked by Mike Thomas. Off the rope, one tackle. Down goes Kent, a second tackle. Kent down like a shot. Headlock and a hip toss. Mike Thomas really moving in there. Mike Thomas of the Mod Squad. Headlock by Mike Thomas on Don Kent. Thomas putting some nice moves on Bulldog Don Kent. Bulldog Don Kent, very definitely one of the more vicious wrestlers around today. He is rough, rugged, and tough, and he'll do anything, as you've seen the past few weeks on this television program. Tackle. Over the top goes Thomas. He's waiting. Hip toss. Mike Thomas applying the pressure in the headlock. Feet post down. Of course, that knuckle portion of the fist is on the chin, right where it should be, not on the neck. Bulldog Don Kent not going for the hair as much as he is leverage right at the moment. Of course, those fingers have been known to slip from time to time. The referee has checked it out. Now, Kent to the hair. Mike Thomas hangs on. Hangs on to that headlock. Onto the ropes. One tackle, shoulder tackle. Don Kent to the leapfrog. Mike Thomas a headlock and a hip toss. Some good movement in this bout. Mike Thomas has given the veteran Don Kent, Murder Incorporated, the one-man army, plenty of action. Murder Incorporated is the nickname that he's picked up of late because he has broken a few bones and he seems to be enjoying it. The Destroyer, whatever you want to call him, Don Kent. Hates to be called Bulldog, I might add. Don Kent cannot stand to be called Bulldog, so if you want to upset him, you just call him Bulldog or bark at him. Boy, he really goes wild when you bark at him. He can't stand it. Look at Mike Thomas. He throws him into that turnbuckle. Here comes Mike Thomas. Forearm smash, headlock, hip toss. Okay. Now, of course, don't say that I told you this, but let me give you a little tip about Mr. Kent. He wouldn't appreciate it if you'd bring your signs to the arena that say Bulldog Don Kent, your banners, your flags. He wouldn't like it if you called him Bulldog and chanted Bulldog during his match. He wouldn't like it if you barked like a dog and made noises like that. Very distracting. He'd get very upset, but don't tell him I said so, but I just thought you might like to know that. Headlock by Mike Thompson. Boy, he is putting the pressure on. Bulldog Don Kent with a forearm to the kidneys. It didn't work. Thomas is hanging on. They're on the ropes now. The referee's going to have to call for the break. Don Kent has him on the ropes. Forearm smash. Oh, the knee went in the right place, and now he drives his head into that turnbuckle. That turnbuckle may look padded, but, brother, there's steel cable not too far from the surface of that padding, and when you drive a man's head in there, that jars the head, the neck. And there he does it again. Mike Thomas shaking it off. Mike Thomas now in some pain because Don Kent has that carotid clutch or Japanese nerve pinch, tearing away at the muscles and the nerves to the side of the neck. Very painful, as you can read on the face of Mike Thomas there. Mike Thomas trying to live with that pain. The fans calling, come on, Mike. Come on, Mike. Come on, Mike. You can hear him in the background. Mike Thomas with an elbow smash. Okay, and another one. Mike Thomas driving to get away from Don Kent. Putting in a series of forearm smashes. He has them. Big deal. Don Kent now trying to slow it down. Back along the ropes. The Bulldog puts Mike Thomas on the ropes. Forearm smash. Mike Thomas paid some forearm smashes. Into the referee hole now. Onto the ropes, Mike Thomas. Forearm smash, and he trades it again. Forearm for forearm smash. Mike Thomas and Bulldog Don Kent, and boy, what a fight this has been. What a wrestling match. This is what it's all about. Into the referee hole. There it is again. Look at Don Kent. Oh, is he upset? And the fans are cheering. The more they cheer, the more he gets upset. Into the referee hole. Headlock. And here goes Thomas hits toss in a headlock. He hangs on. Goes Thomas. Tackle. I couldn't hear that. Okay, headlock now by Mike Thomas on Bulldog Don Kent. Mike Thomas onto the ropes. He goes one tackle. Kent goes down again. Boy, Mike. Oh, knee to the midsection. Don Kent, a well-placed knee in the midsection of Mike Thomas as he came charging off those ropes. Body slam. Don Kent off the ropes. Elbow smash. He covers him. The count goes in. This is trouble for Mike Thomas. 1, 2, 3. There's the bell. We'll get it officially, however, from our ring announcer, Chuck Allen.
23 seconds. The winner, Bulldog Don Kent.
Okay, there you have it. Don Kent, the winner of this bout. Promptly puts his back to the camera. Here's an interview.
Beat Mike Thomas, huh?
No. It's a force of habit. Because I've told the promoters, bring me competition. Bring me someone out here that's going to give me a battle. You bring a punk out here to try to do a man's job. And I have told them, I said, there's one thing I do is thrive on competition. And you got without a doubt. And I have proven it all over the United States, in Europe, that there's only one champion. There's only one man. And you're looking at him right here, Don Kent. And you know, they've got the People's Army or wrestling fans
the view, worldwide sports, wide world of sports, and I'm telling you, I've said, wherever I've appeared, wherever I've gone, the People's Army stood there. They can't believe it. They can't believe that so far they haven't come up with anyone that can beat me. And I have said this before. They've tried to have the German.
How about Von Brunner?
Well, that's what I'm getting to.
All right.
He's typical of what they've been trying to put up. Now, there's a man, the German, without a doubt, is one of the lowest kind of human beings that there is. I have never attacked a man from behind. I don't need to. I don't need to.
Wait a minute.
No, I don't. That's one thing I don't have to do. Because with my superiority in the wrestling knowledge that I have, I don't need to be somebody like this here, Kurt Von Braun, this German. I don't need to stand up here and attack a man from behind and double-cross him because I don't believe in that. I believe in standing up and facing a man to man, face to face. And I've proven it. Now, the German, that's what I'll call him, because as far as I'm concerned, he's a foreigner. Doesn't belong in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was all right as long as Don Kent was telling the truth, but he got a little way away from the truth. Don Kent.
I'm going to get my opportunity to determine. And when I do, I'm going to make over.
Don Kent, ladies and gentlemen. This event will be a 1-fall, 30-minute time limit, 1-fall, 30 minutes. Introducing from the Motor City, Detroit, Michigan, weighing in tonight at 240 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, Tom Reisman. His opponent from Syria, weighing 242 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, the Sheik. The Sheik.
Okay, you got the announcement. The Sheik, the fireman of pro wrestling, the wild man from Syria against Tom Reisman. Tom Reisman trying to get all over the Sheik here. The Sheik attired in that yellow headdress. And we're going to be talking about the wild man from Syria who's just back off a big world tour. He's made a big crusade, a tour of the homeland, Syria, Lebanon, all over Europe. And some interesting things have happened since he's returned home and come back to the United States, ending his tour. We'll be talking about that. Look at Reisman. Reisman's not going to give the fireman an opportunity to jump into this bout. Tom Reisman anxiously awaits the Sheik to make his first move. The Sheik, he has got a weird look on his face. I mean, it is really bizarre. As he stands there staring into the crowd, looking up as though Allah were looking down upon this bout. The Sheik trying to get through his pre-match ritual, the prayer rug in his place. Let's see if he'll get it done. Tom Reisman. Back and forth in this ring. Referee Pete Post. Tommy Reisman charges by referee Pete Post. Tom Reisman would like to get a piece of the Sheik right now, but the referee is keeping him in tow. The Sheik staring as though he's in a trance, and I do have something to say about that. The Sheik, as you know, it is a superstition and a belief in the Arab countries, Lebanon, Syria. They believe, of course, that hypnotism does something for the subconscious, is healthy for the mind, and of course, hypnotism instills the belief that you cannot be injured. You have no fear of man or beast. And the Sheik has again gone back to the custom of the old country and is definitely under some type of hypnosis. He stares into space. He just stares at the canvas as he's been doing here for 3 or 4 minutes. High praise to Allah. But there will be a blank expression on that face, those eyes looking straight ahead. Now he is done with his pre-match ritual. The prayers to Allah have been said. Sheik into the center of the ring. Tom Reisman. Camel clutch by the Sheik moving around, not wasting any time. Reisman now with the Sheik. The Sheik grabs the headlock, throws that head over. The top rope reaches into the boot, and oh, he's got something in his hand. Look at the look on this guy's face. He has put himself in some kind of hypnotic state, and he is truly a wild man. Have you ever seen anything the likes of that? And Reisman now staggers back as though he's been attacked by a savage animal. And that's exactly what it's doing. Look at that. The man sticks it right into the nostril of his nose and just rips and tears. The Sheik, truly in a vicious mood, his eyes rolling back in his head. Reisman again staggers, groping and grabbing for the top rope in the far corner. The wild man from Syria right behind him, not giving him an opportunity to get anything going in his mouth. Reisman hammering away with all he's got. Look at the Sheik. He just stares at him. It doesn't even face him. Remember that hypnotic state I was talking? Look at him. Look at the look on his face. He's put himself in a hypnotic trance, and he doesn't even feel this. There is no pain. He feels nothing. And what has happened here, and he's hammered Reisman to the mat. The camel clutch is applied. The Sheik applies the pressure. His eyes roll back in his head. The referee asking him. And hey, he gives. And the referee is not going to let it go any further for fear of the safety of this man, Tom Reisman. Look at the Sheik. His eyes rolling back in his head. He continues to apply that camel clutch. The referee trying to get him to break it. And now we'll get to a decision.
58 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, 58 seconds. The winner with the camel clutch, the Sheik. The Sheik. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm to interview the Sheik and many, many times on this television program. I am sure you know and well aware of that the Sheik does not talk, does not speak English at all. And he continues to leave the man down there and didn't let him get out of his camel clutch or anything of that nature. Wait a minute. That's my spark. Many times on this television program, ladies and gentlemen, I've had my coat seating of that size, and it seems as though that the Sheik is very different. Very different.
Here's Chuck Allen trying to talk to him.
Of some type. He doesn't feel any pain, and he just stares off into space. I saw a moment ago when Tom Reisman threw your head into that turnbuckle. Wait just a minute. The man's done. You've already beaten him. You can't do anything with this man, referee. Ladies and gentlemen, wait just a minute. You got the tie too. Wait a minute. Don't need the tie. Leave the tie alone. Pick up the trunk. Wait a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, almost took the wind completely out. And now he's after some people out in the audience. What I'm trying to relay, and Bob, I think if you want this to continue, the man is gone a little too thick. What are you doing with a chair in the ring? For what? Again, as we told you before, he is in some type of a trance. He feels no pain whatsoever. No pain. No pain at all. What's up there? Wait just a minute. No, we got the tie before. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You got the... No, you got the shoes. Wait just a minute. Wait a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, I've never seen the Sheik in over 10 years of professional big-time wrestling in such a mood and in such an atmosphere that he is at this moment. Even commentator Bob Finnegan getting out of the way, and I can't say that I blame him one bit. As Bob commentated to you earlier, and as you have witnessed in this ring, he is in some type of a trance. He did not feel any pain. His head hit that turnbuckle harder than any time I have ever seen his head hit the turnbuckle. I'll tell you, Bob, in 10 years of professional big-time wrestling and with this man, the Sheik, I don't believe I've ever seen him like he is tonight.
Chuck, I want to apologize, and there was nothing I could do. Yeah, and to try to talk to a wild man like the Sheik, we apologize to you and to the fans at home. I know you're shaking, Chuck. We'll be back with more big-time wrestling after this. Stick around.
This event will be for the United States heavyweight wrestling title, a one-fall, 60-minute time limit. Introducing the challenger first from Munich, West Germany, ladies and gentlemen, weighing 247 pounds, Kurt Von Hess. His opponent from New York City, weighing 255 pounds, the United States heavyweight wrestling champion, Mark Lewin.
Okay, Mark Lewin, the United States heavyweight champion, the people's champion, in the ring. The bell is sounded. His opponent is Kurt Von Hess. Okie doke. Mark Lewin on the ropes. And Kurt Von Hess going right after the United States heavyweight champion. Almost knocks the champion through the ropes and right onto this table. And I'm going to get out of Mark's way because I don't want to be in the way and be any deterrent between Mark Lewin and Kurt Von Hess, because this is a very, very important moment to the United States heavyweight champion. This title belt, which I have picked up and brought with me, is very important not only to the people and to Captain Mark Lewin, the captain of the People's Army. It is important to the wrestling fans and other members of the People's Army that it remain in the hands of Mark Lewin. People like Pampero Purple and Bobo Brazil and Albert Terrell, the mighty Igor, Hank James, they are most happy that this United States Heavyweight Championship title belt is in the hands of Captain Mark Lewin. Mark Lewin now very upset. As I said, you're going to see him wrestle the championship style, which is very, very rough and rugged when you must match aggressiveness with your opponent. As he offers it, you offer it back. Mark Lewin now with Kurt Von Hess drives the side of the fist into the head of Von Hess. And remember, it is the side of the fist is legal. It is the knuckle portion that is highly illegal. Kurt Von Hess now, front forearm smash, whips Mark Lewin over the turnbuckle, almost into that steel corner post. Very close. Mark Lewin came into smashing into that turnbuckle, or rather the corner post. Now Von Hess has smashed Mark Lewin in to that steel portion that connects the turnbuckle with the corner post. Lewin on the outside, Von Hess on the inside. Von Hess with a chin lock stretches Lewin's neck over that top rope. Von Hess, a very vicious individual, and Mark Lewin has a tough bout on his hands here tonight. He is the United States heavyweight champion. The people standing on their feet as he walked into this arena tonight, acknowledging one of the greatest. There have been many greats to hold the U.S. title belt. Of course, you must acknowledge the Sheik is one of the greatest of all time. Bobo Brazil, Pampero Purple. Mark Lewin now has that belt. This belt has been around the waist of many top stars. Back in '65, Valentine defeated the Sheik. Or rather, the Sheik, pardon me, I'm confused by what's happening here in the ring. The Sheik defeated Valentine in '65, and it's been moving around since then. And the United States Heavyweight Championship has come a long way to be recognized and respected around the world. And Kurt Von Hess is doing his utmost now to take it away from Mark Lewin. Mark Lewin in trouble on his knees in the corner. Von Hess with a chokehold. Headlock by Von Hess. Onto the ropes. Both men collide. Mark Lewin is down. Kurt Von Hess is down. The referee is into the count. It's a tense moment here for both men. Both men fighting, struggling to get to their feet. Von Hess very slow in getting up. Mark Lewin will be to his feet first, and he puts a knee into the midsection of Kurt Von Hess. Von Hess puts the boot into his midsection. This has turned out to be a rough and rugged battle, a real duel between these two top professional wrestling stars. Now the men trade forearm smashes, front forearm smashes. Back. Lewin paying Von Hess back. That is the championship style. Now, Lewin is driven right through the ropes. It looked like into that steel corner post. He comes off the ropes, and Von Hess has the German claw. This is not a legal hold. This claw is not a legal hold. It is a punishing hold, but that claw is not a recognized hold. It can be very damaging. Hess did in the first place is even more damaging when he drove Mark Lewin through the ropes. It looked like the cat went into the corner post. Then he threw him onto the ropes. Lewin came off the ropes. And Von Hess put that steel claw on the head of the United States heavyweight champion. The champion in a dire situation, in dire trouble. The champion in trouble. And Von Hess continues to clamp the German claw to the head of Mark Lewin. Mark Lewin very near the ropes, has his hand on the rope. Not asking for mercy. He drives his boot into the midsection of Von Hess to break the claw hold, but Von Hess is on the outside applying that claw hold, and Mark Lewin, with his head, drove the hand of Von Hess into the steel post, and he does it again. Von Hess's hand now being driven, smashed into the steel post. Von Hess grabbing his hand. Grabbing his hand is on the outside. Lewin has Von Hess. And Mark Lewin brings a chair down across the hand of Von Hess, and I heard some bones go. Oh, he cracked it down across the hand of Von Hess, and when he did it, Von Hess screamed in agony, and he may have a smashed hand here. I don't even know the situation. We'll have to find out the exact prognosis. But Von Hess is rolling around the ring in agony, holding his hand, and wait a minute, here comes Kent.
Oh, no, this is typical of Lewin. This is the type of man that this guy is. Anytime you use a chair and smash it down here on the man's hand and break it like he did to him. Listen, he's nothing. He's lower than skunk, and that's on the bottom here.
You take it up. You take it up with the champion.
No, he's no good. Listen, he's not even a man. He's not even. He's a disgrace to the champion. Hey, Lewin, you're nothing. You are absolutely nothing. You're disgusting to the
champion. Don Kent hits him with a chair. Mark Lewin coming down for an interview here ringside. Mark Lewin coming down for an interview here ringside. I got to get out of the way. And all of a sudden, Don Kent came in. All of a sudden, Don Kent came in and hit Lewin with a chair. And now, Don Kent and Mark Lewin go at it. Kurt Von Hess holding on to his hand. His hand, I feel, is broken. And Von Hess is making his way to the dressing room, and now Don Kent has jumped the United States heavyweight champion, Mark Lewin. He hit him with a chair, cracked his head open, Lewin down on one knee. They're both on the outside of the ring. Don Kent is beating on Mark Lewin. Mark Lewin's head is opened up. He has a microphone stand, which he is now using to devastate and drive down into the head. Oh, Mark Lewin. It's metal, a heavy metal microphone stand that I myself had a few seconds seconds ago. If I'd have grabbed it and got it out of the way, he would not have been able to use it, but I had to vacate the premises, and look at Mark Lewin. He is in trouble. Don Kent is beating, devastating Mark Lewin. Now here come the Islanders and El Bracero, and Don Kent is leaving the vicinity. Mark Lewin has been injured, and he's going to be helped out. He's going to be helped out of here by El Bracero and Alofen-Sik of the Islanders. They're going to have to help him out. They're going to have to carry him to the dressing room, and we're going to have to break away here in a moment, and I'm going to give this microphone to Chuck Allen for the next bout, and I'll go in the dressing room and try to find out the condition of Mark Lewin, our United States heavyweight champion. I will be going to the dressing room because I am worried about the champion. I'll go and find out his progress here, and I'm going to pass this commentary over to Chuck Allen for the next bout. Don't go away. We're going to have to leave you. Strongbow, the Islanders, and Bracero helping the champion Mark Lewin, Captain Mark Lewin, to the dressing room. We'll be right back. Chief J. Strongbow against Don Kent after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, your main event of the evening, a one-fall, 60-minute time limit in a shark cage. Introducing from Oklahoma, weighing 267 pounds, Chief J. Strongbow. His opponent from Indianapolis, weighing 241 pounds, Don Kent. The first man out of the cage is the winner. Shark cage, a one-fall, 60-minute time limit. The cage is very small, as you can see, barely holding the two men. You talk about close contact. This is certainly it. I'm kind of out of breath at this point, as very difficult avoiding these two contestants in the ring, and caused quite a bit of running around. Not quite in shape like the wrestlers are. Chief J. Strongbow against Don Kent. The crowd is on their feet in this arena. A most unusual type of event. The cage is not locked. The first man out of the cage is the winner. And it's going to be up to Strongbow and Kent to keep their opponent inside that ring. Now Kent tries to get out of there. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just received word that we are going to the dressing room at this moment. Here is Bob Finnegan.
Well, we are in the dressing room, Chuck Allen, and we have the Mark Lewin, Captain Mark Lewin, the United States heavyweight champion, in the dressing room, who was just devastated by Bulldog Don Kent, and he is badly injured. As you know, Bulldog Don Kent grabbed the chair, laid it down across the head of Mark Lewin, and Mark Lewin is beside himself. The Islanders and El Bracero trying to contain this man because he is injured. And Chuck, we're going to send it back to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, while we're waiting in the dressing room, the shark cage tipped over against the ropes, and it was uprighted by the weight of Kent and Strongbow. The door is partly open. Strongbow, for a moment, was hanging on to Kent. Both contestants know what they have to do to win. Now Strongbow pulls Kent back in that ring. There's not much mobility. Not too much room to roam around. And now Kent tries to get out. Oh, he hit his head on those bars in the back very hard. This is an iron cage. Strongbow now trying to come out the side. Kent hanging on to him, keeping him inside that cage. A punch to the jaw by Kent. Strongbow goes down to his knees. Chief J. Strongbow on professional big-time wrestling. Once again, now Kent tries to get out. Strongbow has him around the leg. Madelon is the move. Puts him back up against the bars. Oh, and throws his head up against the top, which is also covered by bars. Throws his head up against the top. Now, a screwdriver is placed in the hinge of the door. Oh, that was taken out immediately by Strongbow, and now Kent has it, using it as a weapon. That wasn't too smart. Now it goes back again on the hinge. And once again, it's up for grabs by either Kent or Strongbow, if they realize it's there. We have been informed we have another important report from the dressing room. Let's go to Bob Finnegan.
How is he? How is the champion?
He's cut pretty bad. He's got a real deep cut in his forehead, and I think he need a doctor.
It must have been. It opened him up.
Whatever Don Kent did, he did something because he's got a very deep cut.
You can see that the champion wants to get back out into that ring. Of course, with his condition there's a doctor on the way. There's a doctor on the way. Where? They're trying to call a doctor for the champion. He's on his way now. We're going to take it back to Chuck Allen.
Still in this short cage, Don Kent, Chief J. Strongbow. Strongbow on his knees in the short cage. Don't wait a minute. That means that Kent is going to have to render Strongbow unconscious or unable to grab him and keep him in there. We're going to have to pause in a moment for some commercial messages. Don't go away. What action we have here in the ring, ladies and gentlemen. In a shark cage. A battle, 1 hour. Back in a moment. Once again, that screwdriver was taken out of the hinge. The door tried to be opened by Strongbow. That could have defeated his purpose, however, because Kent was in front of him, and had he pushed him out, Kent would have been declared the winner. The first one out of the shark cage will be the winner. Kent now choking Strongbow. This is close contact, and it certainly keeps the wrestlers in the ring and together, does it not? In this shark cage, most unusual type of match I have ever witnessed. And I'm sure unusual for you folks at home. Just about anything goes in that cage, apparently. I don't know how much longer the referee could impose being on the outside and the contestants of Kent and Strongbow inside. Strongbow now, for about the last 5 minutes, has been on his knees. Kent being very effective with those hands about the neck. And the crowd on their feet cheering Strongbow. We see many posters around the arena. Maybe a cast-off from all of the posters that you see. And I'm sure the wrestlers can read them. Choking the throat of Chief J. Strongbow. Oh, he gave him a chop. And another one. First time ever on television. A match in a shark cage. And now, Chief J. Strongbow in this game. He puts the tomahawk on the head of Kent. Kent now being battered from side to side. And now Strongbow tries to get out. And Kent grabs him by the hair, puts him back in. That's not going to be an easy task getting out of there. Sure, 1 or 2 steps and you're out, but these two have had the ability to grab them and pull them right back inside.
now up against the bars. Kent applying pressure, pulling the hair. Bulldog Don Kent reaches in his trunk, puts the elbow into the stomach, right above the eye of Strongbow, pounding, pounding. Let's go to Bob Finnegan.
He is fighting his way out there. He's trying to get away from one of the Islanders, and John Boy Albracero was there. Mark Lewin fighting his way toward the ring. Mark Lewin fighting his way right out of his dressing room, is going toward the ring. I'm going to pass it back to Chuck Allen.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know you folks at home know what's going on in the dressing room. I do not, as I do not have a monitor outside here, and I don't know exactly. Here comes Mark Lewin! The United States champion Mark Lewin has rolled into the ring and putting a rope around the neck of Don Kent. Chief J. Strongbow now takes the lock off the door. Trying to push the door open. It's stuck, and Strongbow walks out. I'll join you in the ring. And now the cage is tipped over. Better I stay outside, I believe.
Well, that was the end of the action, but not the end of the story. Not without a final word from Captain Mark Lewin. I was waiting in the dressing room when he returned for the second time, and through the magic of videotape, here it is. Dressing room, and I'm going to try to talk to the champion who has been injured here, and it's very difficult. You know, the man has been hurt. Mark, he split your head wide open. This Don Kent.
Listen, he took a chair and cracked me wide open. You know what, Finnegan? Anytime he crawls out of wherever he's under a rock or wherever he's at, I'm going to turn on him like a mad dog. I'm going to drive my fist, these knuckles, back into my wrist, and I'm going to make him pour blood. I'm going to absolutely choke him to death. And if you can't stand what I'm going to do, then you shouldn't show up, Bob. But I want you to have a ringside seat when I strangle him out, when I put the sleeper hold around his neck and his tongue starts waggling and his eyeballs drift back. I'm going to choke him right out, so help me God.
You know, I can't differ from the opinion of this man, but I'm going to let him go because I know that he's very upset. But there's a couple things that I would like to now say to the wrestling fans watching this television program. You know, what Mark Lewin said may have sounded strong, but yet put yourself in his place. If it were to happen to you, as it has happened to so many people at the hands of a vicious individual, Don Kent. When Mark Lewin said he would put that sleeper hold, the fastest sleeper hold in professional wrestling, around the neck of Don Kent, and he will strangle him down, it means he will put him out in 5 seconds. But Mark Lewin, more than that, wants to do more than just put Don Kent, Bulldog Don Kent, this animal, out with a sleeper hold. He'd like to hurt him like he's hurt so many other people. And I know that the wrestling fans watching this television program can understand that even though this language is strong, I know that you can understand what Mark Lewin, Captain Mark Lewin, is trying to do for the people, is trying to do for the United States Heavyweight Championship, is restore that respectability that must be given to the championship. And if anybody can do it, Mark Lewin can do it with the help of the people and the wrestling fans watching this program. Thank you. Big Time Wrestling has...
Hi, everyone. I'm Terry Sullivan. Big Time Wrestling is on the air for the next hour. Another outstanding lineup of stars. Awaiting now to get our first bout underway in the ring, Bobby Colt and John Bonello. Also to come, John Davidson, the Mighty Igor, Bulldog Don Kent, Randy Scott. You're going to see the Assassin, Tim Talltree, and more of that outstanding attendance record match from Tokyo, Japan, between the U.S. champion, the Sheik, and Abdullah the Butcher, as they meet Dory Funk Jr. and Terry Funk. That via videotape from Tokyo, coming up a little later on in the program. So a full hour. Let's get to it now. In the ring, standing by, ready to go. Introducing from the island of Malta, 227 pounds, John Bonello. And his opponent from Amarillo, Texas, 246 pounds, Bobby Colt. Referee is Al Thomas. The bell sounds. Action on Big Time Wrestling. John Bonello and Bobby Colt. Bonello with a shoulder lock on Colt, twisting that arm around, putting that pressure on. Also, a little later on, we're going to talk to Chief Jay Strongbow. If you were with us last week, you saw what happened. We'll talk more about that with Chief Jay Strongbow a little bit later on in the program. Some outstanding bouts, good action in store for us. Some of the top wrestlers pitted against one another on this program. Outstanding lineup for television. Bobby Colt putting the moves on Bonello. Looking pretty tough. Referee catches that choke by Bobby Colt, who comes on with a knee. Colt being pretty vicious so far against John Bonello, who hasn't had an opportunity to do a heck of a lot so far in this bout. Colt picks Bonello up, whips him off of the ropes, catches him with the elbow, and Bonello is down. John Bonello feeling the effects of this onslaught from Bobby Colt, and he's had enough. Good forearm jolts by Bonello. Whips Colt in the corner. Hands right in on top of this man, and over and down goes Bobby Colt. He literally saw the stars there as he went head over heels. John Bonello, outstanding professional wrestler. Test of strength. Let's see how far this thing goes. Bonello down with one knee, but Colt doesn't let it go any farther. He forces it. Two kicks into the midsection. Bonello still, though, maintaining his composure. Gets to his feet. Colt is wilting. And Bonello gets the best of Colt. Nice drop kick. And Colt stands back. That was an arm drag from John Bonello. Puts Bobby Colt on his back. Bonello hangs in there with that hold. He's got that Japanese wrist lock on Bobby Colt. Colt reverses it. Turns it into a standing wrist lock. Little hair tug there. Referee missed it. But our big-time wrestling cameras picked it up. Shows you what Bobby Colt will resort to. Colt being pretty vicious. Bonello's had about enough. He's got that fist doubled up. Referee warns him about it, says open that hand up. Referee hold Colt with the advantage. He does not stand back, though, and Bonello lets him have one. Both men in red trunks. Bonello from the island of Malta against Amarillo, Texas, Bobby Colt. Full Nelson applied by Colt. Looks like he's got it clamped on pretty tight, too. Bonello straining. Now, we saw the mighty Igor get out of this hold. It was pure strength. Bonello, oh, yeah, very good. He managed to break it. I'm pretty much astounded Bobby Colt that Bonello was able to do that. Colt stays with Bonello. Refereeing for the count only to one, though, is Colt. Figure four arm lock here. Good hold, punishing hold applied by Bobby Colt as he shows everybody in TV land his knowledge of wrestling. Fans claim Colt pulled some hair there. Referee asks him about it. Colt, of course, denies any such thing. Colt still with figure four arm lock. Again, little tug to the hair. Referee reminds Bobby Colt that happens to be against the rules, which Bobby Colt already knows, I'm sure. Now, while Cole argues with the referee's got that knee across the throat, referee was smart to that, though. Cole with the advantage in the corner. Lays a forearm in. There's another one. And Bonello whipped into the other corner. Ooh, he went hard into that corner. Speaking of the mighty Igor, he'll be on next on Big Time Wrestling. Good treat for everybody. Chief Jay Strongbow will be in. He won't wrestle on the program. He's too upset to wrestle, he says, but he does have a message for Bulldog Don Kent because of what Kent did last week. In case you weren't with us, you probably should be glad you missed what happened, because some Indian children, members of Chief Jay Strongbow's fan clubs, the International Indian Fan Club for the Chief around the United States and Canada, got together some money, presented Chief Jay Strongbow with a real nice trophy. When Kent saw that, what do you think he did? Came out and just smashed that trophy to pieces. And as Chief Jay Strongbow said, he has been hurt, not only physically, but also deep inside. We'll talk to him about that a little later. Bulldog Don Kent will be wrestling. There's a figure four. The figure four leg lock could be a submission hold here. Let's see. If not, Bonello could not get it applied to quite the submission point. Colts thrust those fingers into the throat. That was illegal. Body slam. And, uh-oh, small package. This could be it. Bonello has caught him. Yeah. This is one of the amazing things about John Bonello, is his ability to just pick up on a move like that and turn it into a victory. Just out of nowhere, John Bonello came in with that pin. The winner, bout number one, John Bonello. Stay tuned. The mighty Igor is next on Big Time Wrestling.
And Worldwide Sports presents America's #1 spectator sport, professional Big Time Wrestling.
Professional Big Time Wrestling. I'm Chuck Allen, and it's my pleasure right now to introduce to you an old friend. He's been here before, Terry Sullivan. Terry, it's great to have you back with us on Pro Wrestling.
Thanks, Chuck. It's terrific to be back, and let me say one thing. I've been out in California, and I can say without any question now in my mind that this right here, this is the wrestling capital of the world.
Okay, we're going to be telling you why we're in this cage, too, as the television program progresses. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the ring and get this first match underway. Introducing, first of all, from Germany, weighing in at 200 pounds, Eddie Dice. Eddie Dice. And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing 246 pounds, Austin Idol. Austin Idol. I'll tell you, Terry, we saw Austin Idol for the very first time about a month or so ago. He is some kind of a wrestler, I'll tell you that.
Yes, he is. Certainly colorful. You can sure say that for the guy.
Look at that beautiful. For those of you who are watching on black and white television, it's purple with pink on the inside. What a contrast in colors.
Sure is. And I tell you, I've never seen a more arrogant man in my life either than this guy.
He told me that that robe that is being taken off right now costs in excess of $12,000.
Yeah, he's got the money, and he always spends it on that those beautiful garments and everything.
All of the sequins. Very unusual, but we have two contestants in that ring right now, both wearing purple. The long tights, Austin Idol. The short tights is Eddie Dice from Germany. Terry, this is the first time I've had the opportunity to see Eddie Dice.
I've seen him a few times before, Chuck. He hasn't been a professional wrestler for quite a while, but he was an outstanding amateur. He knows all the moves, but I don't know how he'll fare against Austin Idol.
Austin Idol very conscious of that beautiful hair and whether it gets messed up or not. It's a cross between two of the great wrestlers from the past, Gorgeous George. You remember how he always worried about his hair? So does Austin Idol worry about that. And there's one other one, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of his name, and I can't, who was much of a prima donna in that ring and always made sure that he looked just so-so. Beautiful headlock by Austin Idol, and he's applying pressure up against the ropes, hanging onto the hair, pulling the hair. Referee is Al Bulldog Thomas.
This Austin Idol is quite skillful at maneuvering behind the referee's back, Chuck.
He did exactly that.
Once again, he does it. He always makes sure the referee's got his back to what's happening there.
I like the sound of our studio audience. They're certainly up on what's happening in the ring right now. Al Thomas telling Austin Idol, I'm the boss, and I'll keep law and order. No pulling of the hair. That's got to hurt the scalp of Eddie Dice.
Not only does Austin Idol have no regard for the fans at all, he also has no regard for the rules, as you can see very evidently on your screen right now.
Behind the referee, pulling the hair. Whoop. I believe the referee has seen this one. Now he's choking on the blind side of the referee.
Oh, he's got all the moves. He's trying to outmaneuver Al Thomas, and so far he's doing a pretty good job of it.
Hair pull takedown for Austin Idol. And the crowd is saying, no way.
Well, I'll tell you, this crowd is sure very much anti-Austin Idol. They don't like this guy. He doesn't like them, and they know it, and they sure have no respect at all for Austin Idol. One of the most arrogant men ever to step into the professional wrestling ring.
Now, Austin Idol is explaining to the referee how the takedown occurred, showing those mighty muscles. He's very proud of that. Austin Idol works out in the weight room every other day, works out with isometrics every day. That's how he was able to build that beautiful, massive body of his. Well, I'll say he calls it beautiful. Oh, chop with the fingers right into the throat of Eddie Dice. He's on the canvas and hurt.
Eddie Dice isn't used to this kind of action. He isn't doing too well against a guy who breaks the rules to the extent of Austin Idol. He's used to the more scientific approach in wrestling.
Oh, that boot caught him right underneath the chin. Quite an unusual boot also that Austin Idol wears. It's flesh-colored.
Say what you will about Austin Idol, he is a very effective wrestler, very, very skillful. But he won't hesitate, as he's doing right now, to get that little extra advantage in there.
Pushing that leg against that rope, applying the pressure, hanging onto the neck. Referee checking to make sure it's not a chokehold. It's not. I believe, first of all, that the forearm of Austin Idol is too huge to get underneath the neck of Eddie Dice anyway.
Well, he certainly is skillful at outmaneuvering the referee.
He puts a punch to the forehead of Eddie Dice. Eddie Dice having a hard time getting up, getting a little help from Austin Idol. And he throws him up, throws him down. Big-time wrestling, ladies and gentlemen, coming your way here each and every week. Nice to have you with us along our network. We're going to get a count, I believe. One, no, he stopped. Oh, that's brutality, Terry.
I think he could have pinned him right there, Chuck. He's been overwhelming Eddie Dice right from the opening bell.
Arm drag into the rope. Oh, he comes across with that forearm right underneath the chin. It puts Eddie Dice down. Oh, and there is his maneuver. It's a submission hold. The submission hold by Austin Idol, and it's going to be over, Terry. It's all over.
Digging that knuckle right into that temple. They're just driving it in.
The referee says it's all over. Submission hold. Eddie Dice is in pain. Austin Idol. Another victory to his belt. We've got to see him lose, and we've seen him wrestle 3 different occasions. Now showing those massive biceps. Terry, that was a battle that Eddie Dice never got into.
Certainly didn't. It's very unfortunate because, as I said, he is a skillful wrestler, but he's not skillful at the kind of tactics used by Austin Idol.
That's for sure. I'd like to get a word if I can. I don't know how much time we have, but I would like to have a word. Come here with Austin Idol. Austin Idol, that's quite a submission. I'm sorry I can't go any farther because of the cord, but that's quite a submission hold. Eddie Dice is giving me a bit.
Call the ref. And there's no man in the world can withstand the pain, that can withstand the pressure, that withstand the punishment.
Ladies and
gentlemen, all you girls right now, call your girlfriends. Tell them all sides on TV now. Call your girlfriends.
Wrestling, Chuck Allen, along with Terry. And this event will be introducing from Jacksonville, Florida, weighing 252 pounds, Danny Fargo. His opponent, ladies and gentlemen, from New York City, weighing 251 pounds, Mark Lewin.
Well, Chuck, while you're doing... Listen, I'm going to get this microphone and go over to Terry Funk.
Terry Funk is complaining. Here's Terry.
Remarks that he makes up in the dressing room about Detroit, he went ahead and made one remark. Look, you're going to try to deny this. Come down here. I want to ask you something.
You said that the people love Detroit, and the only people that really like Detroit are people that are colorblind. I understand where you're coming from. You want to talk about my brother and leave him stranded. What I want to do is I want to get this fat puke out of the ring, and I want to wrestle you now.
No. You're wrestling the next match. Come on, now. You're scheduled to the next match.
Get in the damn ring.
Wait a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we've got some controversy going on. I don't know what's going to happen to Danny Fargo. And Terry Funk right now has wanted him to get out of the ring completely. And now he helped him out. He threw him out. It looks like we're going to have a contest between Terry Funk and Mark Lewin. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, main event action here on Professional Big Time Wrestling.
There's been a lot of bad blood between these two guys. The referee calls for the bell. We're going to see it.
Fist. Oh! Terry Funk did a move I didn't anticipate. He didn't hit him. He let him off the ropes, Terry.
This is unreal. I've never seen anything like this before. Terry Funk is scheduled to wrestle our next match, and here he comes in. Lewin and him have got something going on between them, I'll tell you that.
Right into a half Nelson on the canvas. Terry Funk is hurt. That arm is being twisted. Also, the wrist is being twisted by Mark Lewin. Al Thomas, the referee, says it's a legal hold. Terry Funk in pain in the canvas. The crowd is going crazy. They love it. Terry Funk has been coming out talking belligerently to the crowd all afternoon before these television cameras went on, and they love every minute of it.
And we can tell you this, those remarks that Terry Funk claims that Mark Lewin made, believe me, Mark Lewin never made remarks like that. Those are lies, nothing but lies from Terry Funk.
Mark Lewin having the upper hand right now on Terry Funk. Twisting that arm, working it over, kicking. And a chop across the throat. Mark Lewin hangs on to that arm. He twists the arm again, down on one knee. Headbutt by Funk.
Well, if it's action Terry Funk wants, he'll get action times 10. It'll be a war in there with Mark Lewin. He's ready. Look at him. He's ready.
Terry Funk gave a headbutt, knocked him out just about. I'm certainly sure that he saw stars. Went to the canvas for a while. Up again. The arm and the wrist fully extended. Pain. Now across the eyes of Mark Lewin, Terry Funk. Bitterness between these two opponents. Beautiful takedown. Beautiful move from Mark Lewin. He's ready for it, Terry Sullivan.
And you're getting a look right now, fans, of the two top contenders for the United States Heavyweight Championship, not to mention the world title.
Oh, beautiful boot right to the underneath the armpits of Terry Funk. Working on that arm. Oh, he's in pain. Puts the knee to the back.
Look at the determination of the face of Mark Lewin. He wants to get this thing over with once and for all.
Uh-oh, they're coming out. Coming out of the ring. Now they go back inside. Mark Lewin, certainly the aggressor in this event so far. Twists the wrist right now of Terry Funk.
Whether Terry Funk wants to fight in or out of the ring or out in the street, I'm sure it makes no difference to Mark Lewin. He'll follow him anywhere for a fight. Isn't this amazing to see these two wrestlers going at it?
Absolutely unbelievable, Terry.
Never thought we'd see this. But Terry Funk has just come on, and there's a change just come over him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can assure you that this particular event was not contracted for. Terry Funk is in that ring against Mark Lewin with no contract signed. Anything could happen in there, and really, with the National Wrestling Alliance, Terry, they are not protected against injury at this moment.
That's right. I'm surprised the referee let it go, but he did, and what the heck, we're not going to argue with him, because with what the action we're seeing.
No contracts have been signed, no money put up, no insurance, no nothing. These two are in violation of the National Wrestling Alliance in that when two contestants get into that ring, they must have a contract. They do not have a contract. This is bitterness, ladies and gentlemen, on professional big-time wrestling.
You said it earlier, Chuck, main event action on television today. Because anywhere across the world, Mark Lewin and Terry Funk.
Excuse me, Terry, but that was a punch right to the jaw by Mark Lewin.
Anywhere you want to go across the world, these two would be in a main event. Anywhere. Uh-oh.
Rolls him out on the floor. Whoa. Boy, we're in the middle of the cage, Terry, and with these two, this cage might be coming down anytime. Puts the foot on the head of Mark Lewin. Terry Funk standing out on the apron.
And the fans are coming alive, chanting for Mark Lewin. Go, Mark, go.
Oh, they're fighting outside the ring. The referee's calling stop. Ring the bell. It's all over. It's all over. Now the chair is broken in the studio, ladies and gentlemen. Terry Funk and Mark Lewin fighting outside. The vote is all over. They've been counted outside of the ring. There will be no decision in this particular event, Terry.
This is dangerous now, Chuck. This is dangerous. Look at him in that piece of broken chair.
Mark Lewin puts the chair to the forehead of Terry Funk here on professional big-time wrestling. No decision in this event. The referee counted 10. They were outside of the ring. The bell was sounded. It's all over. Oh, he puts that board right into the forehead.
And we're giving the people what they want to see right now. This is what the people want. Mark Lewin and Terry Funk.
Terry Funk is hurt. He's been hurt with that stick right into the middle of the forehead. Look out. Oh, into the sleeper hold by Mark Lewin. Sleeper hold on Terry Funk, ladies and gentlemen.
This could be it for Terry Funk. He's wilting. He's wilting. Look at him down on his knees now. He's going under with the sleeper hold. But wait a minute.
Here comes Walter Johnson. Walter Johnson comes into the ring, ladies and gentlemen. And he's using a blackjack on the head of Mark Lewin. Oh, what a brutal punch by Walter Johnson with that blackjack. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have completely lost the semblance of order on professional big-time wrestling. Oh, Terry Funk is bleeding. He's picking up another chair. The fan won't let him have it. Mark Lewin is out on the floor in the canvas. And now Terry breaks another chair. Walter Johnson is in the ring. He took the blackjack and put on the head of Mark Lewin.
Mark Lewin is out cold. This is dangerous. Walter Johnson and Terry Funk both in the ring against Mark Lewin. He's out cold. Look at this. Can you believe that Terry Funk would stoop so low as to do this to a man who is unconscious or very, very near to unconscious? Look at him. I can't believe that Terry Funk would do
ladies
this.
and gentlemen, the action that has occurred here on professional big-time wrestling. Of my 12 years of commentating pro wrestling, I've never seen anything like this before.
Walter Johnson is standing there just like a vulture. Look at him. The enforcer.
Particularly with the caliber, Terry, of these three individuals, Walter Johnson, Mark Lewin, and Terry Funk. Look what's happening here.
This is just totally uncalled for. It's brutality. Mark Lewin has come around a little bit. At least his eyes are open, but I'm sure he doesn't know where he is now. And there's Walter Johnson with that object again. I don't know what it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Lewin is at the mercy right now of Terry Funk and Walter Johnson, the referee in the ring.
Looks like the referee
has come out to give any assistance. But ladies and gentlemen, we've got a break for this message. Don't you dare go away. injured. Seriously injured. We'll get our next bout underway, ladies and gentlemen, now. Terry Sullivan, I'll let you do the accolades and the introduction.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, introducing from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing 355 pounds, Big Red. And his opponent from Jacksonville, Florida, weighing 252 pounds, Danny Fargo.
Okay, Big Red and Danny Fargo from Jacksonville, Florida. Danny was scheduled to wrestle Mark Lewin. Apparently, they worked all of that out. Now he's back with Big Red and has his chance for professional big-time wrestling here on television. Danny Fargo from Jacksonville, my old hometown, Terry. Beautiful city.
Right. Terry Funk was originally scheduled to wrestle Big Red. In the mood of Terry Funk today, maybe it's lucky for Big Red that Terry Funk didn't get in with him.
That's right.
Oh, boy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you at home, we certainly apologize for the confusion at the beginning of this particular segment, but Mark Lewin was just taken out of the ring just as we came back from our commercial break. Absolute pandemonium in the studio. Pandemonium in the studio. Terry, I've never seen anything like this on professional wrestling.
You know, I'm almost glad we were here inside of this cage, Chuck. And, you know, we still haven't explained to the people what we're doing inside of this cage. The cage is here. It's brand new. It's newly constructed. And if you've ever seen a cage match before, let me tell you, this is a brand new cage. And when a wrestler gets his head or any part of his body banged into this cage, boy, he is going to feel it like times 3 of the other cages. This is a very well-constructed, heavy steel cage. And I'll tell you, I sure wouldn't want to be involved in any kind of a cage match in this. And you fans right here are going to be seeing this cage. You're going to be seeing action inside of this cage. This is what you can expect to see.
Big Red in that ring right now against Danny Fargo. I don't know if I feel protected in here or not, Terry. They got a door that's wide open.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if anybody was coming in at any time, whether Mark Lewin and Terry Funk wanted to go in the cage or not. Absolutely unbelievable. Big Red from Atlanta, Georgia. Danny Fargo from Jacksonville. A couple Southern boys in there right now.
Well, after the way Mark Lewin and Terry Funk went at it, maybe they belong in a cage.
Big Red picks Danny Fargo up. Has that arm stretch on him. Back up against the turnbuckles. Fargo goes to the punch for the head. Across the face. Oh, and Big Red puts on the big dance. Turns him around and whoops him. Roots his head into the whoops. The whole body went into the turnbuckle. Big Red didn't get the head down.
Big Red's got his little dance there. I'll tell you, he's a real lovable guy. Got a big sense of humor. As big as he is, Chuck. Real lovable guy in that ring. The fans just take to him like crazy.
Well, I can certainly see why. Now he's riding his man. Oh, he put the knees right into the kidneys. That hurts.
355 pounds of him. Wow.
He's a big man. Al Thomas down on the canvas, asking Danny Fargo if he'd like to give it up.
What the heck can Danny Fargo do to get out of this?
I'll tell you, we certainly have an enthusiastic studio crowd here with us today, and they have seen some action on professional television that no one has ever seen before.
What a
Never
show
seen
it has
anything
been.
like that.
Yes, sir.
Looks like the ring could have been broken a little bit, Terry. It looks like it's dipping down in the middle.
Yeah,
Notice that?
right. With the likes of Terry Funk and Mark Lewin going at it, boy, that can happen. They're lucky that whole ring didn't collapse the way they were going at it.
Certainly can. All along our network, ladies and gentlemen, you better call a friend and tell them wrestling's on the air. You never actually know what's going to happen. I will tell you what's coming up, however. We're going to have an interview with Walter Johnson and Terry Funk, if he's able to come back out. And we have picked a couple of spectators from our studio audience. They have the opportunity to ask Walter Johnson and Terry Funk any question they desire. Terry, I'd like to have you come out with me on this interview. We have about 5 minutes, and we'll be able to wrap with Walter Johnson and Terry Funk.
Should be interesting. Walter Johnson, great football star from the Cleveland Browns, the Cincinnati Bengals. Of course, he's having his difficulties right now, which I'm sure you'll get into.
That's right. We're going to be talking about his contract dispute right now with the Cincinnati Bengals. And that's what we're going to want to talk to Walter Johnson about. Certainly has added a lot to wrestling, however, to have Walter Johnson wrestling for us when he's not playing football. Well, Big Ed, or Big Red, rather, has certainly given it to Danny Fargo in this particular event. Two Southern boys. Big Red, very much the aggressor. Well, what do you do with 355 pounds anyway, Terry?
Well, I don't know. This is one way to get to him, though, and it's sure not orthodox, but that's the way Danny Fargo is going to handle it. But it didn't work for him, as you can see. And there's the headbutt from Big Red. The headbutt, and he's on the move, off the ropes, up, and oh, down he goes. The big splash. That's got to be it.
Oh, my goodness. It's over already, ladies and gentlemen. And I think, Terry, we ought to come out of the cage
We didn't know anything like this was going to occur. We hope that you're able to do this. If not, Terry, out of courtesy to you, sir, you can be excused.
Able to do it. I don't want to be excused.
Right,
I'll be excused after I finish telling you something.
Okay.
Walter Johnson here did the right thing. He did exactly what Mark Lewin should have done whenever my brother was in the ring with Don Kent. But no, he stood back here and stood to the side whenever somebody was being taken advantage of illegally. Just like I was being taken advantage of by Mark Lewin illegally. And who came to my aid is Walter Johnson. Now, you want to question me as a world champion, let me say something. I personally challenge any one of the sports fans, any one of the professional athletes, any one of the bums, any one of the jerks to a match. I will put up $5,000 if Mark Lewin or anybody else can come in the ring and pin me for a 3 count. Mark Lewin won't even put up his United States Championship. Now,
I understand that, Terry, and I know that you're a little upset just a moment. We've asked some people...
I don't like people that close to me.
Excuse me. We've asked some people from the audience to ask any question they want to ask of you. First of all, I'd like to have your name, sir.
Scott Head.
Scott Head, ask Terry Funk any question.
If you're such a good, true champion, how come you lost your belt to Harley Race?
I'll tell you what I'll do with you, punk. I'll take you and I'll backhand you so fast. Wait a minute. Come here. Come here. Come here now. If you want to wrestle me down at the Cobo, just come on down there and I'll put up the $5,000 if you can beat me or any other jerk. Fatso, you're out of shape. You look like you might be one of Lewin's brothers or his relatives. Get out of here, you jerk. Get rid of me.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's the question for Mr. Head. Walter Johnson, great to have you on professional wrestling. We have a spectator from the audience to ask you a question as well. And your name, sir?
Rodney Laurie.
Pardon me?
Rodney Laurie.
Rodney, nice to meet you. Ask Walter Johnson, football star, professional wrestling star, any question you want.
Why did you give up your football pro career for wrestling?
Well, last year I had a contract problem with the Bengals, so I'm playing out my option this year. And I think, you know, wrestling, I think, is a little tougher than football. And I want to show everybody how good I am. I have already showed everybody in football that I was a great defensive tackle. Now I'm going to show everybody I'm a great wrestler.
Well, Walter Johnson, I'll tell you,
one thing to Walter, I guess you know that whenever you step in a ring, it's like I told you before, as you are stepping into the ring with a complete bigot, a complete jerk, a fella that doesn't go ahead and care anything about furthering his profession or furthering the likes of professional wrestling. All he cares about is winning and losing. And watch a man, because he might bring